What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Hockmed Gaming. I am Hockmed. We are here smart out of ore. Let's see. Last episode, we got this here kind of built and set. It's not obviously enclosed, not like done up to where the quality levels where we want. The power we have to. What did I need? Bigger solar, because that's just going to tuck in down there, and then some wall power to bring it down to here so we can get rid of kind of this temporary fix for testing. Still no update yet. I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, that it's coming soon. But we need to get some steel floors being made and need to get some of that equipment back up. So man, I need to clear this area. Do I really want to run a dozer right now? That is the question. Not gonna lie, part of me says if I'm gonna come up here and try to clear some of this area, I am going to use the grader. I think. I don't know. I mean, ideally, we got to get it down to this floor height here. So it's not a whole lot, but it is enough. I mean, really clearing that don't much matter anyway. Because I don't have the floors to put down to put the equipment on. Might just set it up right here, just kind of temporarily hook it up and go from there. All right, it's been a while. What do I need for floors? That's what I want first. I want floors. I don't care about walls. So let me go double check. It's been a while. I haven't done the whole making floors here in a bit. Steel floors. We need beams and sheets, right? Okay, nuts and bolts. I think we make on that machine down there. What a jump. All right. Let's see here. We need the coil. Used to roll melted metals into coil, and then plate shear used to cut down coils into sheets. So that should get us our sheets. Blooms. And then this one, I'm just going to kind of separate it. We need what? Just blooms to beams, right? Now I'm really starting to second guess myself, even though I just looked at it. What do I need rods for? Do I need any rods for what I'm doing? All right, steel floor. Oh, we got plenty of rods. So we just need sheets and beams for now. Okay. All right. So I think them 4 machines should do it. All right. So let's throw you there. Throw you there. Put you there. You there. I think this will get us what we want. Kind of been putting this off because I was thinking it was going to be a lot bigger for some reason. Just, temporary spot to get it fixed until we get this area over here built. But apparently it wasn't that much. I don't know why I was thinking it. So we want none of that. Want all that metal or that steel there, and that steel, right? Kind of looking at this, I don't know, why is there gold in there? I don't know. I'll have to figure that out at another point. All right, so let's. I'm not gonna put it in like that. That's fine. That's fine. We should have. We should have plenty of storages left over. Oh wait. That's not gonna work. Wait, that should work. Yeah. Okay. I think we'll just do half and half. Oh my lord. I don't care how ugly this looks right now. Throw that in there, turn pass-through on. I'm going to need to get some inputs. There you go. Don't get much prettier than this. Let's see. 1042 77 87. All right, let's make a trip up into the store. Where's our pickup? Right up here. Yeah, I think floors. I think floors are our best way to go off the bat to get that whole foundation set up. And then, walls and stuff like that later, as we build up the actual building. But floors, I think, is what gets us kind of the blueprint that we want put down. So I need to fix. Oh my. I guess I need to fix it there too, but I need to fix this little hump right here. And I need a couple more pieces there. We still got to build kind of some structure around this bridge. Okay, so power. We need. Go with 53,000. And I guess I should probably write this stuff down so I can minus it out later. I don't know what this is, but we don't need that anymore. 53,075. All right, we need that. We need one of those. input speeds. Guess we'll go with that. All right. Anything else? So this here will power our little coal recovery system. I got a couple extra of those. This is for each of the steel things. This will power this. The turbine that's on that now will power that, I hope. Yeah, well, we'll just hope. I think that might be good. Back there. Not a horribly long trip here. It's pretty quick. I should probably slow down here. Like I said, I mean, all in all, this here is fairly smooth. Like, you know, it's kind of hilly, which is fine. Just a rookie miner here making a flame road, so not a big deal. All right. Let's start by picking you up. I know this probably don't make no sense. I mean, it's not probably. It definitely doesn't make no sense. But it is what it is. How big was this guy? 800. Might not be enough. We're over here. It'll be close. Okay, power input there. Power input there. Should have checked to make sure I had enough pylons, which I do. All right. Such a mess, but it's all right. From there to there. I know someone told me the length of this once before. I just don't happen to remember it. I thought it was going to be red. I'm like, man, it should definitely reach to there. All right, let's turn. you on. And let's turn this guy on. I think we should be good. Oh, yeah. Plenty big enough. All right. All right. There we go. Beams. God, this makes it so much quicker. Sheets. Been trying to put them in the, CNC machines or whatever they are. Way quicker. All right. So we'll let those run. We don't have any floor or anything, right? Right. Okay. Just get this stuff out of here. Just get the walls out of here for now. Should have sold all them yellow paints while I was there, but that's all right. Let's come here and do all that in. Think. We got you off. Okay, perfect. Okay, we are cooking away up there now. So, in fact, let's... Jeez. The only thing I should have looked at is how many rods, or not rods, how many beams and how many sheets each one makes. So we'll put those in there, because it seems to be making a lot more beams and sheets. Which is fine, which is totally fine. Not too worried about that. We'll figure that out as we go. I think, regardless, though, we're going to have a good amount of flooring pieces. All right. Well, let those finish up. We're going to go throw these in here so it can start being made. I think that's the ideal thing to do. Those in there and there. Max them out. 232. It's not bad. Not a bad bad start. All right, so I'm still, like I said, last episode I talked about a lot of the dozer stuff I want to do, but I really want to wait for that update so we can get a nice, good, like, kind of test of it. Down here, what were we working on? I think we were... digging. Yes, and I was wanting floors. I wanted to set, like, the floors down here so that way we could have it nice and flat and perfect. Trying to see here, what should I do with this? I think we were using that and dumping into there, and we were also using the loader, dumping into the truck. Yeah, we definitely were using the loader last, were we? No. Oh, maybe. I feel like we were using it right here. We were backing up and doing that. So let's go grab our loader. Let's do a little bit more digging down here. Pretty sure that's up here. I think we used that. Should be you, right? Alright, let's do this. Zoom in a little bit. Don't really need fuel at the moment, but we're going to stop and top it off while we're right here. Alright. And we'll try not to try to crash too much. At least I think we were doing this last. If I remember right, we were just high enough. We were kind of hooking it as we dumped it in. Yep. Yeah, just like that. There we go. Yeah. So, how are you guys? Are you guys doing all right? You guys excited for the dozer update, or a dozer and what grader, I guess, technically? Or does the kind of dev blog there kind of not interest you or like the way it's heading? I am a fan of what I'm hearing, but like always, it's execution that is most important. So we'll see. I mean, even if it's better and not perfect, I'm all right with that. Steps in the right direction is definitely, I think, a positive. But won't know here. Hopefully this week. At least I'm hoping. Like probably most everyone else, sooner the better. Well, as long as it's ready, right? Like we don't obviously want it, and it's not ready because that kind of destroys, the game. Since dozers are a pretty big important part, I think, in a lot of people's worlds. I'm assuming. So I think that's the scariest part is anytime you mess with a main mechanic. And like I said, I do consider the dozer grader, that kind of work definitely a main mechanic of the game. Like if that gets broke, yeah, obviously their only thing to do is just revert the update back, but ideally we gotta see how it goes first. They do seem to put a fairly good amount of testing in, which is nice. Obviously that doesn't make everything work perfect just because you test it. Like there's a lot of configurations of builds with PCs and controls and controllers for that matter. Some people may use a joystick, just their keyboard. Just a mouse, a keyboard and mouse, maybe a controller, steering wheels, all the different options. So, and then between that, just, PC specs could change a lot. Just trying to kind of widen this out a little bit here. I mean, we need to cut that way anyway, but this ramp is, one of those. It's a great size. It works well now for what I have. But I think once we start getting the bigger dump trucks, I don't think they're going to fit down there. So that'll definitely be a project we got to work on too, is widening this ramp all the way. I probably could have went up there and got some more steel or iron and stuff to make some steel up on our way to the bridge. That definitely wouldn't have hurt, but all we have up there right now is our is it that bumpy there? I'll have to check that out because it's like not driving. Yeah, I guess kinda. So I'll have to get the excavator back up there to do that, dig out the rest of it, or take a loader and just try to, ramp down into it. There we go. Another thing I need to do, and that's going to be the hard part. I can't, I can't curve, make it look like I guess I can make it look like a decent curve, just putting dirt over the edge or something. But I want to take this here. And the problem is I think this is not steep enough to use the ramps on. But I'd like it all to be tied together with that, but it's not gonna be. More or less the height. That's just gonna be a whole nother project at some point. Yeah, it's a lot of work and a lot of project. Kind of spilling a little bit here on the bucket, being on that angle that I'm on, but that's all right. I think as I'm sitting here doing, that's fine. It's meant to do that. Come on, back up. Let's leave you there for now. Turn you off. I think we also need to. Can I not cut down trees? Must be terraform block concern. We need to build a little ramp up to here so we can level this off because I don't keep saying the refinery up here. We got coal here and here, but we don't really have that much coal up here. Like, we got a couple spots there. I mean, that's on a hill. That's just a lot more work than it's probably worth. Let's do a little scouting again. Let's see if there is any better place for... I mean, that still might be it. Just because it's going to be kind of where power's coming across. We can power easy. The tunnel will be there for power. You know, like I said, I plan on making a tunnel through there and bringing all the turbines that we have up there. We'll bring them down the mountain a little bit, then get them into like a big tunnel area. Utility tunnel, and get them, hopefully, to here. Just don't know where else. I just don't know where else to go with it. I mean, obviously we got to move it from there. I mean, that's probably plenty of room over there. We really only need like one. But I think it ain't going to hurt to go to a bigger scale. This is just kind of far away, but I guess those... Because ideally, right, we're going to have to pump it to our factory, at least some of it. Some of it will just be stored. But we're going to have to move some of it for asphalt, right? Pretty sure. Let's see. Where's my road? I think it's going to be right over here, right? Yeah. Maybe we find something over here. Like along the road. Not far away. Alright, so here's the road. I think I'll stay up here on this high side. And we need it fairly flat, right? Because like, this is coal here, but by the time we kind of cut it down low enough, would we still be in coal? So maybe the other side over here might make the most sense. All right, this is our one little iron pit. That's pretty close to the road, fairly flat. And if anything, we'd have to build up. Maybe here. That's coal. Is this coal here too? Yeah. All right, so maybe there. I feel like it's kind of far away. But is it any further than that? In fact, I think it's going to be closer than over there. Over there, we're going to have to come all the way down to here, and here it's just there. And the problem, I think, with the piping is I don't think you have a way of splitting the system, right? Like, in the belts, I can put a chute and catch it onto a hopper and then put a input there and split the system for power wise. Do I have any way of splitting the system for pipes? Because if not, I can't go above whatever our biggest power line is. Is that 5,800 kilowatts? I can't go above that. So if it takes 6,000 kilowatts to get down to the plant, then I'm pretty much SOL. Let's see here. I'm kind of curious. Pipeline. Oh, wait. Do they not take any? Power consumption 0. Power consumption. Okay, so maybe the pipes don't take any power. I mean, they shouldn't, right? Like, why were we having such a hard time with the water? Or maybe were we not? Were we not? I can't even think anymore. I feel like the water we had to do something and change it because it was using too much. Oh, no, that's why. Because it ties into the plant, so it was doing something with the power, right? Because it's not a separate system, but that means I was in there, but I didn't look. There is no drop into a tank thing, right? No. Is that... So none of the stuff consumes anything, which is fine. That means it's going to share power for the refinery at the asphalt maker, right? It'll tie into there, but then it'll share power. So as long as I keep like the asphalt maker just kind of separate, don't have to worry about it. So we'll have to do that. We'll probably, wherever we get the gravel or stuff coming in, we'll probably drop it into the asphalt maker so we can separate that. And then when we hook it up over here to the refineries, it's not going to have way too much power coming in. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll do that then. I think right up there, we'll make it or be off the road. Which way is our plant kind of running? East, northeast. Nice even direction, of course. I will say, this is where I do love, like, Satisfactory, kind of like piping, conveyor system, is I can easily go from any height of any angle plant to another one. Okay. Well, we'll figure out that piping when we get there. But yeah, I think we'll come up there. We'll flatten this area out here. Have a road, driveway leading off to there. Plus, it gives us a little more decoration on our way through the road, driving through. And we'll have the turbines up along probably that hill. Might have some over there too. We'll see. Okay, so that is fine. Doesn't it say? If not, let's build a road up through here. right along here. Let's build the road so we can get up there. I mean, we're still gonna have to do that, right? Like, probably through here, kind of turn it, and probably kind of snake it up this mountain a little bit to get up here. Because we're gonna have to be able to access these, right? You know, once we get them up there, that's for sure. So hopefully the dozer and grader works as we are hoping. Because I'm gonna be using a lot of it. All right. That's good. That's a huge dozer project. Don't think. You know, I probably wanted to keep that there. All right, let's get this down. Get this down. Let's put that back. Big hopper. Input. Then. Jump. Power cable. So that's gonna be a hair too far. Boom, boom. Come on, baby. It's just sliding to the left there. All right. Let's try to take off some more of this up here. I think I may have actually dumped all that on the belt. Let's go. Since I straight up missed the big old freaking hopper. All right. So yeah, let's just remove a little bit of dirt here. Dirt, coal, and some pay dirt, I guess. Let's see here. Let's see if we can kind of move over a little bit and still reach this. Let's see. I feel like that's pretty close to our limit. Okay, well, you know, whatever. Like I said, we're just using this to clear some stuff up here, just digging in the dirt, pretty much. I'm not even doing it in a good way or in a good layout or format. But doing it nonetheless. Nope. Oh my god, stop sticking to it. Alright. I feel like it's definitely not the game, it's my joystick. I keep, like, I need to switch how I rotate my cab, I think. Just trying to go up and down and, you know, on the joystick and on angles while not twisting it is definitely a pain in the butt. I'm trying to go up, twist, and then stop twisting. Keep going up, and then diagonal. Yeah. Could probably bind those to some different, like, keys, if even, on the keyboard. I think it worked well when I first got it, because obviously it was, the joystick was a lot, like, stiffer all the way around, right? Like, it was brand new, still being broken in. Now that it's kind of been broken in, everything's a little looser. Because I felt like beginning of this season, I'd use it a whole lot, but especially with like last season, probably my excavator work went pretty well. And like now you notice like I'm just curving it while trying to do different things. All right, well, that's about as deep as I can go here. Because of like this big lip I have, you know, that I'm sitting on top of is a lot higher than the rest of it. Just due to skill level. I mean, essentially. Because that is it, especially with kind of on that backwards lean. Let's try there. working good enough. So we're just gonna... Come on, baby. Go up. We're just gonna keep taking off some of this top layer. I know it kind of... It doesn't kind of. It definitely looks sloppy as can be right now. But... it'll be helpful down there with the loader. Because we won't have to obviously be trying to reach the top of this, which I don't think it would on a few of these spots. But the ultimate goal is just to get dirt out of this hole. May not be the prettiest at the moment, but we're going to make it work. Yep. Just kind of what I was wanting to do there. Except for the whole dumping it on the ground. Tell you this thing don't weigh a whole lot, man. It just moves. It's like, oh, you touch the side of this metal object? Yeah. Don't worry, we won't break the metal. We'll just move this little lightweight excavator here. See any little nubs, I'm gonna get rid of them guys. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it looks like crap right now, but ultimately, there's a lot of dirt we just moved out of there. The next problem is I really need to get big rock truck down here. Because, let's see, what do we got? Where's it at? The 60, and I believe the 60 is up. Up here, I think. I think that's the 60. Nope, I lied. Okay. Normally, I just run to my vehicles and don't teleport, but since it was the close one, I'm just gonna stick with it. I didn't remember switching them out. Last thing I remembered was thought I bought this and left it up there, but all right, let's see if we can kind of... That might work. A little scoop there, and I think we should be able to hit that. All right. We're in business. Really want to... Jeez, not sure what I hit there, but something was pretty solid. I mean, I definitely like the way the dirt pours out now and stuff. Definitely like the looks of that. I think that's pretty good. Come on. All right. Well, you're a full truck at the moment. I really need to move that dozer out up here at the top of this ramp. I mean, I can easily get by, but just to have to save the hassle of trying to do it every time. I definitely haven't backed into it anything or, used the blade as a ramp for a loader. That's nothing I would ever do. All right. Get up here. That should do it pretty good. Yeah, man, like I said, I'd love to use the ramp pieces down this, and maybe this is something we'll have to rework. But for now, stick like this. I don't know. We might not. We might not need it. Uh, let's see. Kinda smooth out that part a little bit where we can. Trying to get good camera angle here to do this and just having a good struggle. I got the walls like clipping it, got the truck clipping it, the little mini plan over here clipping it. This thing bouncing around like crazy. Oh, duh. I always do that. I'm like, oh, I can't dig anymore. I can just smooth it out with the shovel. Need to. It's hard because, being sloped, I need to get this, like, leveled off. About, like, right here. That's where putting some floor down there will be helpful. Maybe a cheating way, but you know what? I'm all right with it. As long as it gets the look I'm looking for, it helps me get a nice level thing to screw up down the road. All right, let's turn you off. Let's get you out of here. Let's get on up the hill. Yeah, I want to get the rest of the sheets and beams out and get that started too. That way, everything we have at the moment should be cooking, should be being formed and manufactured into what we need, and then get more eventually here. I think, man, you said like, oh man, that's like 300 floors, that's a ton, and then they're gone in 5 minutes. All right. That's done. That's good. I definitely want to get the floor. Oops. I guess I should get the stuff. Let's get the stuff first. Yeah, I'm still not used to my camera being moved again. Want to get this area kind of floored in. I should have bought. I think I bought the grates last time. I don't know if I can make those. I don't know if I can. Yeah, okay. So those may have to be bought. All right. Sheets 99. Steel floor. So to 350-ish. All right, let's get this locked in over here and covered up for safety reasons. Much as I'd like to use this floor on the plant up there, I think it's important to do this. All right, so we got that back up. How many we got? 97. Got that covered. Just do that for now. Now we just have this for a hole, which ain't a big deal. What do we got? 89. And I want to. Think I want to do this and get rid of the wood at least on this side. Think that should be good. We're not going to do all this. This will be all concrete at some point. I feel like we're never going to get to concrete, but that'll be concrete. What do I got left on me? 74. Might as well, right? Might as well. All right. That is good. That is good. This will have to get some grates for. This will. think we can just do this. In fact, I don't actually think... Nah, you know what? We'll keep that there. I think. Like so. And nothing I can do about that. Just gonna have to have the motor peeking through it. All right, there we go. We are... We'll probably go too wide on here to make it match there. I don't know what how we're gonna do it yet. If we're just gonna drive up this way, and then we're not gonna be able to clear that out. Make a... Oh, I think we're gonna probably clear this off all the way to the edge. You know, about this level, and then we'll come over here and try to like just smooth it and tie it off into there. I think that's the idea. That way we can still use this cut around to leave, especially if we get more people. When I open up multiplayer, they'll be able to, you know, come up that ramp and shoot that way. Or come up here, kind of go through there, and then come around back down. But I think ideally once this is down and equal to all that, you know, you'll just be able to come up one of the ramps and go down the other one and just make a big circle. I think is the ultimate plan, but we'll see. This thing here has probably got a bunch of stuff in it again. Not as much as I would have thought. It is on, right? Yeah. Crude oil to oil. Oil to something, or fuel, and fuel to generator fuel. I guess I did empty that not too long ago. Okay. I think that is going to be good for us for this episode. I'm hoping if the update drops here in the next couple of days, I'm definitely going to do another episode sooner than normal. Like I said, I've been trying to do about 1 out of ore a week. Kind of felt like it's, I don't want to say dying off, but the views aren't quite as much as when I post a bunch, it seems, of it. So it's kind of slowing it down, let new people catch up, and go from there. But we will see. Sitting here going, yep, I'm done. Yeah, it looks like, I don't remember if I linked them floors together height-wise. I know they're not on the same grid, but height-wise, can't remember when I started if I did. All right. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Really appreciate it. Helps out a ton. And I'll leave a comment below. Let me know any thoughts or ideas or anything you think would be cool to add to this, or a different way of doing something. Down for all of it. Channel memberships are available if you're interested. Get some badges, super chats available, and yeah, and help support the channel. Different tiers there for whatever you prefer. So thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful night, evening, and morning, and hope to see you next video. Bye.